Hello world, Brian here from Noggy.org with another one of these videos where I'll tell you a little bit about myself. And I'm doing this one like yesterday inside because it seems to be a little bit less hectic and the audio quality is better. Since I'm doing these on my phone, I do not have a studio set up in my luxury apartment. Anyway, continuing my story, we're getting closer to me getting to treatment the first time, as in residential treatment or rehab. So we were arrested. So quit doing any kind of drugs. Started drinking. We've gone now almost a decade of drinking, and by this point, I'm working as a district supervisor for this chain of pizza restaurants. And COVID comes along, and things immediately go from there being, I think there was like 5 or 6 of us doing my job before, and then there was two. It was me and one other person. And we just drove around like mad people and worked everywhere because we didn't have any employees. And fortunately, ours, were cut in the stores because we didn't have the staffing for anything. And it was insane busy because there was nothing open. There was nowhere for people to go. We did have a drive through, so and we did delivery, so it kind of fit like right in. And funny enough, this is the third crisis that I have dealt with where I've wound up working all the way through it. In the water crisis, I was working at Husson's as a pizza delivery driver in St. Albans, and they were not affected because they were on St. Albans City Water. So that was fun. And the derecho, I was affected by that. I lost power and everything for over a week. But I was working at Sears at the time downtown, so that was emergency shifts to come in and sell generators and all that fun stuff. So anyway, uh, so I'm getting to this point, during COVID where I had just started drinking all day now at this point to try to, uh, I don't even gonna say to try to, but I mean, it's just that's what was going on. All right. So we're going through and I'm starting to have health issues. I've already been told that my kidneys are in failure, and I kept getting these real bad bouts of illness. I didn't know what it was, and I found out later it was pancreatitis. And it this one that I had was just debilitating. Like I went to my doctor and I was like, "Hey, is there anything you can give me for this?" And they were like, "You need to go to the hospital." And I almost didn't, but I had my roommate take me to the hospital, and I remember all the way there, I was like seeing like flashes of light and stuff, and I was just like, man, I really don't feel good. And as soon as I got there, they did they called me back for triage, and they took my blood pressure, and they had me in a bed, and it was like a NASCAR pit crew in there, everybody coming in and going, and they were like, first, take off your clothes, put this gown on, and then the real fun started because then they said, well, we are going to have to do a Foley catheter on you. And I didn't know what that was, so that was a fun experience to have. And during the midst of that, then they said, um, your heart rate is unstable, and we're going to have to give you this medication that we can only give you into your artery in your groin. And I know when they said that, the nurse looked over and said, oh, his heart rate started going up. And I said, yeah, if you're going to keep putting stuff down there, my heart rate is going to go up. But that should have been a major wake up call. And it kind of was in a sense that I was like, oh, shoot, got to get help now. So that is a 2 week stint, 1 week in ICU, 1 week in step down and recovery at Thomas Hospital. It was the first time that I went through all of that. And I got out and I said, never again, not doing this again, not going to be drinking anymore. And with that, I've almost gone on for 5 minutes, so I'm going to leave you today because I really don't enjoy doing these, but I'm doing them because I don't enjoy doing them, and maybe it'll help somebody. I don't know, the way I see it, I'm 41. I'm not going to be getting a job running as CEO of Pizza Hut or anything, so I would do well to help somebody else. I've helped myself. So if that's all I can do, then okay. But if you need to hear this, I love you.